Hi everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 6, Episode 36 with me, Sid, and I'm making myself some dinner, but while I was waiting for the bread to cook, I decided I'm going to clean my yard. Got to keep on top of this snow. This used to be something I used to have to do quite a lot back home, but the last few years, the level of snow we get in the UK has, well, certainly in the Midlands of the UK, has dropped off considerably. Must be something to do with this global warming, I think. But it occurs to me a couple of things. One is this is an absolute pain every time I have to go running around in the snow because it slows me down considerably. Two, this is my keep my food fresh fuel, which I know I can just teleport up and use the snow golem quite happily, but well, while it's here, I might as well use it and clear it. Today plans. So obviously, yes, last time we made the piggy enclosure, and I do need to keep familiarising those. They haven't been familiarised yet today, so we'll need to go down and do that. I just made a whole load of bread as well, just so because I ran out of food. I've been and dug up some bricks because I had a plan involving those. I also had a few comments. So yes, I was using the hydrangea wrong. There was a comment saying that I had it in the wrong position in the can I just turn those all into snowballs? That would be a lot more sensible. Not snowballs, snow blocks. So yeah, I didn't have it near the water sources. It has to be on the same plane. And I've done a whole load of testing with it, and it does work with the water. However, another comment pointed out that I was very wasteful with my hydrangea. Firstly, because I made it, which I really shouldn't have bothered. And secondly, for throwing it away. Now, throwing it away, yes, it was wasteful, admittedly. But I can live with that. That's kind of, small beans. We've got some rotten cabbage. We'll throw you away. How you got 1 day left? I'm not going to use you. If I use you in a sandwich, will you affect its life, I wonder? Put it into one. Actually, no, that's 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Like that. So we've got rotten cabbage, we've got that, and then I just wonder, I'm going to use some bear meat, I think. Oh, yeah, because I've got that. So, yeah, and I need a knife. A knife, there we go. Nope, crafting grid. Let's start with bear meat, apple, and that. Now, if I put you into this sandwich, you've got 9 days. That's fine. It's night time, so that's so we can definitely go and get all of these put together like so. We're going to stick them into here. Give them a moment until they are frozen. And now they've got 39 days, and then we're going to stick them in here. And they've got 78 days. That should be more than things. That is not how fridges work, though. I hate to tell them this. Right. So, plan for today. Go and familiarise the pigs. That's the first thing. Give me 3 grain. Got to keep that one tricking, otherwise we lose the progress. Plan for today was threefold. So I had to go with the hydrangeas, and I did come up with a really good setup that would have worked in this setup. The only problem is Vasky nerfed hydrangeas in 1.8, and I'd forgotten about that. And originally the nerf was a optional nerf, so you could go into the configs and you could unnerf them if you wanted to continue. But I'm sorry, I've just got to go and grab all these stars now. So in this version, it is unnerfable. unselectable. You're stuck with it. Basically you are stuck with this, and that is this. The hydrangeas decay after 1 hour of play, roughly 3 in-game days, and I actually really did disagree with that particular nerf when it happened. I was of the opinion that, you know, players should be allowed to play how they wanted to play. And it was, I think it was unnecessary, but you know, that's just my opinion. But obviously, as far as this game is concerned, hydrangeas, not a valid use. Now, this is one of the reasons why I think it was a particularly bad thing as well, was in this version of the game with Britannia, if you look at the mana generating plants we can actually create right now, well, if we actually got to rune crafting and stuff, we could. But the tier 1s, you've got, well, let me just have a quick look at Britannia. Skip over here. So we could create right now an Ender Flame, which is what we've got. The hydrangeas, which are nerfed. We can't do a Thermalilly. Oh, I think we can, but we can't make lava or move it. Rosa Arcana, maybe that one, but again, I'm not entirely sure. Munchdew, well, that's fine, but of course the trees take forever to grow in the TerraFirmaCraft, so eating the leaves would be particularly bad. Entropinium we can create, but obviously we haven't got we need a gunpowder farm for that. Can't make a Cacimarius, Gorgomarius, I don't think we can make. Oh no, we can make that one, but again, food in TerraFirmaCraft, much harder to come by. And Narstlimus we can't do because I don't think we have slime chunks. So the choices for mana generation are really limited in a TerraFirmaCraft environment. About the only one that's going to make any significant amount of mana growth is probably going to be the Entropinium. And that wouldn't be too difficult to work because you could put the water, you could put the explosion on a block of obsidian surrounded by water. I think you get away with surrounding it by water. It can't be in water, it has to be on water, otherwise it doesn't work. But, you know, I think we can count the number of creepers I've seen, yeah, pretty much on one hand. So there is recipes to make that, of course. We can use saltpeter, brimstone, or sulfur and charcoal. But even that is excessive. And this is Thorncraft versions. Anyway, enough grumbling about this. This is something we're stuck with for the time being. That did work with the rotten apples. Excellent. Right. The question, can I put another rotten... Oh, I haven't got any rotten fruit now, but it doesn't matter. I can now turn you into vinegar, and we can make some... We've still got half a barrel of vinegar. 1.5 barrels of vinegar, actually, but that's fine. Let me find some fruit. You've got 57 days left on you. 68, 32. I think, if I remember rightly, when we put this in barrels, if we put it in with... Do we have to put it 1 per? I think we do on this one. So let me just take the stack. We'll... Well, 1 per. So there's 10, so I need 4 per, don't I? Well, I haven't got anywhere near enough. And I can't put... You know what? Let's just go stick those in. Or shall I just try 1? Let's give it a try. So my plan today is to do some other work on the entire thing. Right, if I seal you, will you work? You had 9 buckets left. Let's give it a try with 1. Worst case scenario is I've just wasted a load of cider. And whilst, yes, it's wasteful, and yes, I don't really want to do that, that's fine. Anyway, plans for today. Keep yourself focused, John. So, I want to create 3 massive great charcoal ovens. And I don't want them to be anywhere too obvious. So my thought is I'm going to cut back here and we'll create a path and we'll set them into this hillside here. And then when we get to having coke ovens and ultimately a blast furnace, we shall have that space. We'll put a teleporter right close to them. Am I that bothered about that one? No, but there's one up there. So we can go and get the wood, teleport out, teleport back in with wood, stoke it up, and we can have up to 3 running at a time. I don't think we'll ever have 3 running at a time, but it should look quite interesting. And I just need to get some materials to throw this lot together. The other thing I wanted to show you is over here. While I just keep my eyes peeled for shiny shinies, you'll see some blocks. Okay, come on, let me. Why? Oh, that's why, because there's light source underneath. Over here, I have the outline of a structure, and this is going to be a new part of the castle, which is going to be based on this side. I know I may try and bridge over from the castle, but it will not be accessible from the ground in any way, shape or form. So the idea with this is we will teleport into it or walk into it from over the... Well, hello. Now, if I'm looking at that, that's 2 there. Nice. My original thoughts when I planned this one out was to build this as a big tower and then put a walkway on that side. My new thoughts on this are to actually, and this is why I went and got all of this, by the way, is to put these here. So it's going to be a tower just for the magical aspects of this mod, and we're going to basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically extend this onto here and have a big old tower, and it's going to have a big base because we need it to be large enough for oh, what's the word I'm looking for the TerraFirmaCraft infusion altar. So it's all going to go here basically. That's the long and the short of it. That's the crux of them. That's the meat of the argument. I need to grab a front bunch of this because this has all got to come out. And yeah, I think it'll look reasonable as a separate structure off of the side. Now we're not going to be building all of this today, but I am going to get the initial foundations laid just so we've got that plan kind of tied in. I'm not bothered about marble. I'm just going to break it. Hopefully the entire place won't collapse. So yeah, that's a plan as well. And then the other thing I would like to do, if I get chance, and I realise that I'm kind of lining myself up for failure here because I'm learning too many options in front of me, is I'd like to try and lay out an orchard space and get some of the orchard saplings planted so they can start growing. So they're ready for spring, possibly. It may not be ready for spring, but you know, we'll live if they're not. So that's all of my plans to keep me ticking while I wait until we catch up with my whingy about having to do everything going round in circles episode. Yeah, that is now officially its name, by the way. That's the way I'm going to think of it. I still want to change that, but I do want to do this in such a way that people go, yeah, you're not fudging the system. I think the system is flawed on this one, and therefore I think it needs to be fudged. That's my opinion, but it's the only one I got. So yeah, you're going to have to come down as well, aren't you, Mr. Halvia Tree? Okay, well, I am going to do some tree chopping and some building, and I'll be back in a second. Right, I've used up the bricks I had over there. I got we've made a start. This is not going to be something we get done quick, but we're not into actually Stormcraft and everything yet, so it's not the end of the world if we get it done quickly or not. However, here is where I would like to start my charcoal ovens, and I'm not entirely sure. Let's just go with this for now. If we were to go 3 wide, that's actually not overly big, but they'll be kind of just like a little domed oven going back into this hillside, and any trees and stuff that are in the way will need to come out. So if you try to imagine maybe that, but that's really dull. No, made a decision. We are going to go 5 wide. We're going to make bigger ones. They're going to take a lot longer to fill, but and empty, but they should make much better things. The reason for this is I want to be starting using all manner steel, and therefore we are going to need, right, we're going to have to dig you out there. No, that's not how you and then bring you back like that. Now that can be sealed there. We'll leave, actually, can I do it? Yeah, I should be able to fill those. If I do that as the frontage, then we can take this back reasonably. So 1, 2, yeah, that's only 2 deep, so 3, 4, 5 deep, maybe 5. Maybe that tree needs to go. And I realise it is dark because, really dark nights mod thing. But if we do that, we can take a couple. I think I'm just actually going to do 2 as well. I did talk about 3, but the ones I did in my testing were considerably smaller. So I think that's the thing we need to bear in mind. Anyway, let me get these in. I am going to vary up the textures with a few bits and pieces on the visible stuff. And we will probably want that one to be our empty spot. So that's where we place our firebox thing. Torch. That's the word I was looking for. Anyway, I've got some digging to do. It is night, so you don't really want to be hanging around while I dig in the dark. So, yeah, I'll get this done, and I shall be right back with you. Alright, it is another morning, and I just slept the night off because I ran out of stuff. Blocks, that's the one. Andesite blocks specifically, but we've made a start, and we're going to head out to some of our mining areas and get a selection of other blocks to play with. So this is how it's starting now. I realise that moss probably would not form in a kiln, but its texture is, it's not real. And I might put a little chimney-like structure up here as well, just so with stair blocks or something, or maybe even chisels and bits, don't know. This is just some of the wood that's come out. The U are going to come out in a moment, and then this one, we'll use some of the dirt to backfill this area, and then once we've got those in, once we get to coke ovens, we'll put those further down, maybe just out of the way, out of sight, out of mind. However, what we need to do, actually, that's just let's just play this sensible, because I am going to be placing a there you go, you can have those, and a teleporter here. I'm not short of teleporters, so let's get this one down, and we'll put this down here, and we'll put this as charcoal ovens. From here, I want to go out to ores galore for starters, because this was all shale, and obviously we've got stuff going on around and down here, and Not sure what's happening with my frames here. Actually, while I'm at it, I've got some stuff. Let's just go and say hello to the fella who lives in that tower there. So this will give me one texture of rock then, and we know this I also really could do with finding these, which, not that one, that's Wolfram. But if I could dig down and find some more of those, that would be a good thing. I think, didn't I kill the yeah, I know, very violent. Didn't the was it Wolverine? I can't remember. The big old nasty thing that wants to eat your face every time you go near it at night. In the daytime is fine. So friendly in the daytime. But you sir, you I don't really need a store. I can't afford to buy any of those because you have a different rupee thing. However, I do need I need you. I need to put you and you in there, and we'll recharge you, and there we go. Till I can make one of those anyway. Thank you very much, good sir. So, yeah, my mission in life is to get myself some more rocks to continue building up that and get the variety. I might also grab these while I'm here, just because I can. Want not, waste not, want not, you know. Anyway, I've got to digging, chiseling. In fact, I do need a chisel for that as well, don't I? Yes, that's always a good idea, and a hammer. Lovely. I've got too much crap in my inventory now, in my bag, I should say, but that's fine. Back in a little while. Another day, another invasion. Yeah, getting back. I've got the shale. I also grabbed some cobble. I just need to go and get some andesite, which I think was in my iron mine. I also need to restock on my water. And really, I only got 250 millibuckets for that because I only put one apple in it. Okay. Well, that was a waste of cider. Okay. Well, we learned. That's the main thing. Now, we should have an iron mine, which should be andesite. It is. So I should be able to get some iron. This was poor, obviously. That's the downside to this, but it's also enclosed and safe, which is the upside to it. So let me go and take out that lot. That'll allow me to get some more andesite and extend this out a wee bit. Again, I shall be back before nightfall. Pop back because it's getting closer to night time. While we're running in this area, I've trimmed my armor. I am going to run another 3 charcoal blocks through the ender flames there. Probably got enough to finish off that first coke oven now. So that might be the next thing we do, because it's not far off complete, and then we should be able to stock that one, get that one running, because we are going to need a fair amount of charcoal to be able to rock Botania tools for their durability perk. So now what we've got to do is find out what our invasion is tonight. And while we're at it, I might as well have all of this snow off here, because, you know, it's free refrigeration, isn't it? Plus it stops slowing me down on the top. Hopefully it won't snow again for a while. But yeah, I could also annoy things by throwing snowballs at them. That would be a way to spend an invasion, wouldn't it? Snowballing zombies. Anyway, let me wait for the invasion to start. We'll see what we get. Hopefully not Vexers. Vexers I will be running. I guarantee you that. I'm not going to hang around for them buggers again. Yeah. Soldiers and spiders. Oh, I can cope with soldiers and spiders. Soldiers and spiders is easy. Okay, I think didn't we have that last time? I don't know. Maybe it was in my testing world. I forget. But it doesn't matter. We have got soldiers and spiders. So let's see how that goes. I'll be back in a mo. Okay, this has gone reasonably well. Again, the spiders struggle. And they keep getting stuck on the edge of stuff. But he got through. Okay, that's the thing. We need to be aware of that then, don't we? But there's a lot of dead spidery stuff going on. I'm glad I recharged my wand. I mean, you can take them out with your sword. It just takes a lot longer. And I've been using my bow as well, so I'm leveling that up. Right, what's left out there? Doesn't appear to be much on that side. Well, I think there's only a couple of mobs left, and I would like... Let me have the wand ready. That seems to be my most powerful deterrent, shall we say. Now the mobs... That's a parrot. Okay, that's fine. I'm not worried about you. We will have you. Let's go and see what's wandering around over here, and give it a bit of a fireball, shall we? It always seems to be. There, that's them sorted. There's a little bit more. I'm not sure whether there's something over there. I'll turn my back on it because that's a safe thing to do, isn't it? And oh, there's one there. Love this wand. I think without this, the invasion knights would have been considerably less friendly. Anyway, that appears to be an invasion dealt with. For a change, I actually managed to deal with it nice and early. I still can't sleep the night away. That seems to be a thing, but doesn't matter. We can at least now go and change. We've got quite a lot of loot and a good number of levels there. So if and when we ever get to an enchanting table, and that's a big if and when, we've got to work out still how to do obsidian and everything. Then, in fact, I'm just curious. Beryl. Oh, you nasty, 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 horrible mod pack designer. Alright, red steel. We ain't getting enchanted anything for a while then. Well, not via that route. So, I am going to put myself back together, and I'm going to continue. I'll be back in a moment. Second archway is in. We'll tidy it up a little bit. The first thing is more or less, let me just check that's going to come down, yeah, and then we can backfill that. Is more or less done. I put a little chimney like affair on the top there so we can, you know, it looks a bit more like a thing. We put a rough floor into it, mainly sand, gravel, bit of cobble, stuff like that. Now we need to stock it, so we can take these for starters, and let me just grab you as well. We can pop those in. I don't think I've got enough there to make a stack, but a full stack, but it doesn't matter actually, because it just means that you get slightly less in that. However, while we were over at All's Galore, there was just there a big old tree like that one, and now there isn't. Yeah, I basically had the lot. So we are going to take all of this and turn this into our first batch of charcoal in our new oven while we continue building the second one. I also need to make sure that I don't overfill my inventory. What I've got left, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that was a big old tree. So charcoal ovens actually should be well lit from in there, I think, so we should be all right. But we should be able to fill up the sides quite easily. I don't know how much this will produce. But I think we better go and sleep the night off, get a drink, sort out hydration and everything, and oh crap, I think I forgot to do the pigs. Better go and do those as well. See you in a moment. We are going to need to chop down another tree. I'm not sure where the nearest. There's a big old tree over there, which I could potter over to. There is another thing I need to do before we do this, though. You see, I'm making an assumption which could be dangerous. I'm making an assumption that a mana steel pickaxe, a mana steel axe, will fell trees. And I also need to get rid of you for a second, don't I? I don't know that for certain. I actually need to get 4, so I might as well do the shovel while I'm at it. I mean, we have used almost a quarter of the mana we've put since we did that, so I don't see a major issue here. There we go, and that's now back up, so we're back up to 4. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe. Oh no, I need 8, don't I? Because I need to make just a normal crafting grid for these beasties. 1 and that, so we'll have a mana steel axe and a mana steel shovel. Now this one is the one that's dubious, so let's take a little wander over to that big tree near our base and see what happens. Actually, let's just take a wander over to a tree and see what happens. I don't need to try it on a massive tree, do I? That's kind of silly. Let's try it on you. I think it is going to work. It is going to work. Excellent. Now, the other question is how much mana does that actually eat up, but we'll stick those in there. We've got a mana tablet. I can turn that into a ring actually and free up a inventory slot as well. I think I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and make more iron for the advancements, but until I know what I am going to do about the Better with Mods integration, which I still do not like, hopefully I'll know before next episode and I'll make that change, or I'll attempt to make the change. I'm assuming I can actually make that change as well. That is a big old assumption. Let's wear this axe out first. But yeah, we can get you put in, and then I can find the next big tree and the next big tree. I don't think we're going to be short of big trees. That's the beauty of the big tree. Right, let me grab all of this and I shall be back in a moment. Would you believe I am out? That's 2 big trees in there and we're not quite there. That's there. So I'm going to have to go and grab some wood from my stockpile in here, I think, just to top that off. I'm not going to go hunting around for another tree for the time being. I've got plenty. That's not a big in. It's not like wood is in short supply, is it? So let's take the ash, because I'm not a big fan. What are you? White cedar I actually do like, so we'll keep that. And yeah, this is where we start getting picky about my wood. That sounded wrong. On virtually every level that I can think of. What have we got that is not really a wood that I want lots of? That is another one. And no, that was not what I wanted to do. Give me that back. There's that ash there as well. But that's going to leave a gap, so I better fix that, because otherwise it's going to be weird. Right, is that enough? I don't know. Oh dear. We will get there eventually. Can't believe that vinegar thing. So, you know, at least I know the vinegar thing is a thing. You know, but it's still annoying. We could always run it slightly up, less than optimally full as well. What have I got left? 2. So I need basically enough for those 2. There's an awful lot of halvia logs around here, which I don't really want. So let's go and take... eventually we'll be clearing a lot of this stuff out anyway. So we might as well do them now. And for that matter, my intention is to clear this peninsula down here where this garden is and replace that bit of garden. So I might as well have that at the same time, and that should give me enough to run this first pit kill. Hey, and there we go. But now we're going to do this. Now the other question, and this is a question I don't know the answer to yet, we will do surely, is how much mana does felling these big trees use compared to the amount of mana we get from the charcoal we make? Because I'm hoping that we will have a net gain, because otherwise we're just wasting our time. But we'll not know that one until we actually try and do a mana. I mean, it's going to be a rough guesstimate, because obviously we can only work on the small amounts we've got there. I'll take this one out, and then we'll go and get this thing running and get the next oven in. That should be enough to get us... Oh, don't waste them. That should be enough to get us running. And then I'll continue on that. I don't think I'm going to get that done this episode. I am always over optimistic with what I'm going to achieve, to be fair, so why be any different, huh? Right, what have I got? I've got an 11. What are you? There you go. And then that should be full. Grab some dirt. And I realised I could actually put that one further out, but I don't see the point right now. Jump up here, throw that in, wait for it to catch fire, and pray this works. I think it is. Certainly looks like it. Right. I need to continue working on over in here, so let me clear this space and I shall be back in a moment. And that one's still running. This one is now built, all looking as fine and dandy. Still need to put a little path work in, so that's probably something to do next. My hunger and food are going down rapidly, so we'll deal with that, and thirst as well. And of course now we need to restock this one. And that is where we get into the test, because I have got just slightly under 4 bars on my manometer. That took 4 stacks of, give or take, 4 stacks of charcoal to achieve. So we need to work out if I can create that amount of charcoal for less than the amount of mana it takes to chop down the tree in the first place. And that is going to be an interesting question. First things first, I need to go out and find myself a teleportation point with some big old trees. And this was explored 2, which appears to have some big old trees, all within easy reach, and they are actually sequoia. Now, it used to be, I'm fairly certain it was sequoia that you couldn't plant, so I'm not sure whether there's any significant mileage in even attempting to get these, but that used about half a dot of mana, and we really didn't get much for it, did we? Oh, and I've got a little cat trying to claw on, making his attention known, his presence known even. What do you look like when you are planked? Before I go, that's actually quite a nice. I may not go with sequoia then. I may keep those. Just because now I can't find my where did I put me teleportation thing? Over here somewhere, isn't it? Yep. So Explored 2.1 is not really going to hack it, I don't think. Explored 2.2 is olive trees and not a lot else. All's galore, we've done kaolinite. Oh, obviously huge trees that I can see. There's a battery. Oh yes, there's a few of these biggies over here. Kaolinite might be the one to play with then. Right, I think I will. I will keep those, and I'll be back in a moment. I just got killed. You died. Sid blew up. Did I leave the stone room? What on earth? There was nothing there. I was just heading over to a tree. That was a meteorite hit me. Oh, that's bang out of order. Oh, I don't like these meteorites. And it killed the tree I was after. Oh, tell you something, my grave better be there. Oh man, how am I gonna navigate this lot? Oh, bit of gold. Where's my grave? It's there, right down. Might as well have the wood while I'm here, because it would seem wrong not to. That is, after all, what I came over here for, but that is infuriating. All that experience has just been lost, and I need to somehow make it to my grave. That is bang out of order. need to expand my my mortuary, don't I? All the wood. I think that's all the wood. Now I just need to work out. Oh, there's a little bit of wood there. I don't know whether I can get to it without incinerating myself, though. I cannot believe that. I genuinely... Go away. I hate that book. Crying out loud. I need to go back over there, but nothing. There was not a single bit of a warning. It just came down and bam. What can you do? There's a tree there I want, but we'll come back and get that later because it's night time now and I don't know what wild animals there are in this area. Anyway, I'll go and put this into the thing. It's now not going to be a very accurate thing on whether how much mana we need to use to process this lot, because you know it's now got a meteorite felled tree, but we've used a hell of a lot already. Now here's a question. The other question: this appears to have finished, so I suppose that we can come in here and see what we get from this was not quite full. I will be honest. It was only mostly full. So let's see how much we get from this, because I could really do with generating a lot of mana, and I need to know how much a full one of these will generate if I were to convert them all to charcoal blocks. I probably should change the floor out to things that don't shovel as well, shouldn't I? But oh well. I'll be back in a moment. And rest in pieces. I was just shifting this lot out of the way actually, because I don't want these two chests to be here. Those two could be here, but what I would like to do is to try and get a screenshot of that, which should give me for the charcoal ovens, and then I can continue digging out the charcoal. I mean that's enough for about 7 or 8 pips on the thing, so I think we are coming out of this with a lot of charcoal. This is a big old charcoal oven. What I don't know is how effective it is, net effective it is against mana usage. So you know, the mana steel tools might actually prove to be a bust, because for one, I'm not actually using a mana steel shovel for this, so I'm not even using mana for durability on these, and if I can't get the enchants as easily, then that's going to mean that I'm going to struggle to get things like unbreaking on my mana, because once I can get unbreaking on my mana steel tools and efficiency and all of those things, I'll be faster and they'll use less mana. But by gating enchanting behind red steel, which again I think is insane, I really do, because once, how do I put this gently, when you play TerraFirmaCraft, vanilla TerraFirmaCraft for want of a better way of describing it, you really have to struggle through the black steel, through steel, then black steel. This is a little bit slower as well, and then obviously you need to go to red steel, and the sense of achievement you get when you have finally made a red steel anvil and a full suit of red or blue, doesn't really matter, steel, you know, armor and tools, the sense of achievement is absolutely brilliant. You know, you can't describe it as anything but brilliant. It really is absolutely great. Next time you play, you kind of go, oh my god, I've got that red steel grind. And don't forget, red steel and black steel is the end game. Once you've done that, there's no progression after red steel and black steel. Now, we have in this got modded stuff, so we do have immersive engineering, for example. And I'm going to put my money on the if I can find the things. Where are your engineering blocks? Well, let's have a look at an LV capacitor. That's actually not bad. Let's have a look at a kinetic dynamo. Also, actually not bad. Pump. Surprisingly, they haven't actually buggered around with the recipes too much for those. What is the engineering block recipes? I can't even see them. Turntable fluid router. The light engineering block, actually again, not too bad. Heavy engineering, still not too bad. Pistons, yeah, not too bad again. So all of that stuff is actually not too terrible. But once I get to red steel, I've finished. I've done. You know, I beat the game, if you want to use a little euphemism that you often see. You know, we beat the game. It's game over. So what is the point in gating everything behind red steel? I don't get it. I genuinely don't. However, what we are going to have to do now is we've got plenty of charcoal from that one run. So if I jump in here and just put one stack through, that's your 3. Empty charcoal pool, let those run. And next episode we're going to see, because I've been recording this altogether too long and it is way too long in the tooth on the actual recording time. Next episode we are going to continue this quest, and hopefully I will know what your feelings are about taking out some of this gating, because certainly the gating for Tinkers just seems ludicrous. I don't understand their rationale. But anyway, hopefully I'll get some comments on that. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.